You're echoing. You're echoing.
You're now tuned into Naughty or Nice. Let's go.
Me don't want no fake love, me only want the real deal. Me don't want no fake love, me only want the real deal. Me don't want no fake love, me only want the real deal.
Shelly
Me don't want no
Line
fake love,
and
me
V
only
Love
want the
Bird.
real deal.
Have you ever met a sister with her shit together? Maintaining, never complaining, trying to make shit better. She's got a real good life with the right frame of mind. She's the real deal, baby, and she know how to grind. On the job or in the bedroom, baby, the truth. And with her by your side, homeboy, you can't lose. Just slip on the dress and go to work like a pro. Then bring that ass home and drop it down to the floor. Educated, sophisticated, conversation so deep. She's a lady in that world, but a freak in the sheets. Educated, sophisticated, conversation so deep. She's the lady in that world, but a freak in the sheets.
Shelly Line and V Love Bird.
Shelly Line and V Love Bird.
Shelly Line and V Love Bird.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Shelly Line and V Love Bird.
Shelly Line and V Love Bird.
Shelly Line and V Love.
Hey, everybody. Of course, we try to get on here without having all these lovely difficulties, but we tend to have them. So, I hope everybody had a great and fabulous 4th of July and whatever else that y'all did. I just hope it was great.
And safe.
And safe, of course, always so.
Mm-hmm.
So we have, I can't remember. I never remember the topics. It's terrible.
How do you and should you continue to deal with an inconsistent man? Is the topic today.
How do you, Vaughn?
I don't.
I
I don't.
So you never dealt with an inconsistent person?
Yeah, I have, but I'm saying I don't now because I know that I don't like inconsistencies. And I feel like if a person is inconsistent, that means he's dealing with more than you. And he don't have time to dedicate to you like that because he got too much other stuff going on. That's just my thought on it. Depending on what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
if he's like, say like he's very consistent in the beginning. And then once y'all, get to a good place, and then he starts trickling off doing other things, that means he got something that's got him preoccupied. So my thing is, the way you start with somebody, you need to keep on doing that. Don't start showing up with all that bullshit later and the inconsistency, just showing somebody who you want them to see in the beginning. Be who you are from the gate.
I think nowadays people have a very hard time doing that. Hey, Orlando, how you doing? I think men, women alike, both, they have a hard time being who they are. I think it's so much game and it's so much stuff that people just I think they just go along for the ride.
Yeah, that could be so. That could be true, but still, don't be sending no representatives. Be who you supposed to be in the beginning. But people don't do that. And then there's a lot of women that's inconsistent too now.
That's what I'm saying. It's a lot.
Yeah, so
what would be signs of an inconsistent person? Like, what would you consider inconsistent?
if you feel like if you got a person that's you could depend on them for this, that, and the other. If they come, they call you every morning, they help you out on something all the time, and you're used to them doing that, and then they start being sporadic and doing that. Like, say, like if I call you every morning, and then all of a sudden I just stop calling you in the mornings, and then you be like, damn, what happened? What did I do? You know what I'm saying? What did I do for somebody to do that? But then at the same time, you try to give them a chance that, well, maybe they had this or that going on, but they keep on doing it and the cycle continues, then that's just who they are. And when they show you who they are, believe who the hell they showing you. That's all.
Tiffany said beat their ass. Tiffany, that's always something you can do, honey. But I don't think that works all the time. I think the act of violence might not help in the situation at all.
Yeah, but I mean, you can't make a person do what they don't want to do either. Either they're gonna do it or they're not.
Orlando said, why does it got to be the man instead of the mate? We didn't say that, Orlando. It's
We said either
typically
or, Orlando.
either or, but typically it is the man.
Well, that's just like, wait a minute now. Because a woman can start out cooking for him every day, doing all this fantastic shit. And then once he get in, she feel like she got him and she just stop. You can't do that either, ladies. If you're gonna be doing it,
okay.
continue to
So
do
let's say inconsistency from the beginning. So here's my idea of inconsistent. So you saying you talk to a guy, he tells you he's feeling you, he likes you, whatever have you. Then you're like, you feel like you're doing all the legwork, like you making all the calls, you reaching out, you doing all, and then he's just kind of blowing you off. I think that's considered inconsistent. And then when he does drop you a line, it may be like a 1 or 2 hitter quitter kind of deal. I think those are the things that you look for in the beginning. And when you see those, you detour. You don't just keep walking into the pulpit. You go, okay, this probably isn't for me.
Well, here's the thing. Once they show you that from the beginning, you already know what it is. You know, especially if they start out that way. Sheena said inconsistent and indecisiveness is worse. Yeah, when a person don't know what they want to do. They here 1 minute, they over here the next second. You just don't know. Hey, Dad. She said, yes, ma'am. You better believe it because it's real. They do it until they get you and then they change. That's what I'm saying. That's where the inconsistencies usually come. When they feel like they got you locked in, you locked and loaded, and then all of a sudden, all the shit that you thought was so great, they just stop doing it. Well, you can't do that with me, because no, you're gonna have to stay away all the time. I ain't nobody got time for that.
Kimberly Davis just said don't. I guess she said she don't do it at all. You just don't be inconsistent.
Right. So if that's what that is, then that's cool, because that's what they're saying from the beginning. If you never started, they don't know if you're inconsistent or not, because you never showed them that.
Right.
And Orlando said, just ask them point blank what changed.
But see, sometimes, but you got to think about it. If you're in the beginning of something and you're getting to know someone, you shouldn't have to really put in all this extra. It should be some stuff that should just flow kind of naturally. But if the flow is inconsistent, then there could be something wrong with the whole situation altogether. That flow may not be for you. You see what I'm saying? Like, you could just be flowing along and you thinking you flowing, and the person ain't even where you at.
Well, that means y'all need to communicate, because you're on 2 different pages.
Exactly. My point exactly.
Yeah. So, it's like, kind of like, you using a double-edged sword, because you don't know what you're gonna get one day or the next. You know what I'm saying? Like, just be who you are. Like, just show me who you're gonna be. Don't start doing shit that you know
can't keep up with.
You're not gonna continue to do. This is like if a dude meet a girl or a woman and start like buying her shit in the beginning, giving her money and doing that just because he's trying to get her. But then once he get her, then she asking for these things, then he got a problem with it, because he can't continue to do that. If you knew you couldn't do that from the gate, you should never start
do it. Right, exactly. You don't just walk yourself into the lion's den, honey. You gotta, Quran said communication is the key. Agree.
Right. And then first thing they want to say, she a gold digger. She did. No, that's what you show her. You show her like acting like you was the baller. So don't get offended when she start asking you for shit when you was already doing that. Tiffany said, this made me realize I need to apologize to my man, because he pointed out how I can call him through the day, but then he felt a certain way about me not calling him. My point was, he is at work. I didn't want to bother him, but I understand about the inconsistency. Ugh, I hate apologizing. Well, Tiffany, sometimes you got to bite the bullet.
Tiffany, sometimes you got to apologize, girl. Because you got to think about it. When you meet somebody, like I always say to people, like, if you meet me, say if you come in and you cooking all the time and you washing and doing all kinds of shit, or you mowing my grass every 2 weeks, I'm expecting probably every 2 weeks to mow the goddamn grass. But if you come in and you just being who you are, there's nobody else to represent you but you. So I'm gonna be like, okay, that's really who he is. And then at that point, either I can like you or I don't have to like you at all.
That's true.
My mama told me.
A lot of people do that. A lot of people do that. That's what I go back to when I said they show you what they want you to see, thinking that, I'm gonna get this person like this, but you're not gonna continue this shit. Or even if you don't continue it, at least get somebody to do it if you don't want to do it anymore. But at least that's consistency, and you showing that, you know, I don't feel like doing this, but this is what I do to make sure it still happens. You know what I mean?
Right.
Instead of just cutting it all the way off and then just stop. Like, no, don't do that. Don't nobody like inconsistency. David said, if a person is digging you, it shows. Be consistent and always communicate. Communication is key. Yeah, that's what we just said. That's true.
But you also got to think about it like this. Don't cross signals. You know, you could mix signals. You know, it's just like if signals, you can mix signals and read more into something that's going on. I think that's another part that plays a big part in stuff you do. Like, you should make somebody know, like, I'm probably not on the relationship level, or I'm more on the friendship vibe, or so that way you already know if they're inconsistent, you already know why. You ain't got to figure out why.
Yep, you already know, because they're going to show, you're going to see it regardless. You just have to pay attention. Hi Mark. He said, why do ants gather around the open top candy when they don't get too close or too close to the candy? Is it because the open candy is really invading and seen and looks very scoop like mini naked something, he says and everywhere. How much this is really disgusting. What? Okay, Mark, you're gonna have to
Mark, we don't understand what you're being clear on, honey. We don't know where you at with that one, honey. That went way over our head. Hey, Marcus, big time more.
Yeah, so
Karan said it's a state of mind.
No, it's not. I don't think so. It's how you are. It ain't no state of mind.
Karan, you know your intentions. I think what men do, I think typically what men do is they get like 5 women and then they weigh them. And then they figure out which one falls in what category. And once they figure that part out, then they figure out who's going to be the main, who's going to be the piece, who's going to be the side, who's going to be. I think that's how it really works. Yeah. So you're inconsistent with one, you're consistent with the other, you're doing something with the other. So it's a whole bunch of movement going on. So you can't be talking to everybody at one time. Somebody gonna get a text here and there. Somebody gonna get a shout out here and there, because your inconsistency is, that's why.
That's why I said in the beginning, when a man becomes inconsistent like that, 9 times out of 10 is because
there's something going on.
Multiple people. You know, he's dealing with multiple women. And so he can't be at all these places at one time. So somebody gonna continue or keep getting the short end of the stick. You know what I'm saying? And then a lot of times when women are inconsistent, it's probably just because she tired of the bullshit and you done something to rub her the wrong way, and she just gonna stop doing what she was doing.
Yeah, we do that rather quickly. You know, we'd be like, okay, I don't understand. I don't even know where he at no more.
Right. Orlando said the right person could be infatuated physically, and then he can become less attracted to the person's personality, so they stop working so hard. Yeah, that could be too. That could be from the person change. Yeah.
But you got to think about it like this. If you meet somebody and they show you who they are, you should not have the right to come in and try to change them. If you know this is who this person is, if you meet somebody who's and happy and always bouncy, you can't just come in and be like, okay, I don't like her so happy. No, that wouldn't be fair. That's like telling somebody to change.
Yeah. Sheena said, I believe being consistent and never changing up will help the relationship flow better. Yeah, and then, you know, sometimes you have those moments where you can't be consistent because shit comes up and shit happens. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Life can happen.
Right. But if you're the type of person that's reliable, dependable, all these types of things, and you're always consistent. So if I see something falls off, I'll be like, well, something must have happened. Something is wrong, because this is not like this person to do that. You know the difference. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to a person that's just trying to string your ass along and tell you and show you what you want to hear and need to see in order for them to get in. You could tell the difference. I'm just saying.
And David said, keep it 100. And you have to. You have to. And like I said, mixed signals. You can't do the mixed signal thing and expect somebody to fall somewhere between the gap and try to figure out what the hell you're thinking.
Exactly. And then, you know, the text stop, or, you know, you might be getting a text, like I said, every day, and then all of a sudden. And another thing y'all got to look out for, when somebody texting you at certain hours and then it just stops, 9 times out of 10, that means somebody in that damn house with them, or they living with somebody and they
With
can't control
somebody.
it.
I completely believe
Yeah.
that. If you telling somebody, oh, it's okay for you to call, oh, it's okay for you to do this, and they keep giving you reasons why they can't, honey, it's probably a reason why they can't call you.
And then they can't text you till late, and then but they could be texting
Early
you.
in the morning.
Then,
It be late
no,
or early in the morning.
right? They'll be texting you, but then if you pick up the phone to call them and they can't pick up the phone, they can text you because whoever it is probably sleep or going somewhere. But you can't.
The games we play.
Girl, ain't nobody got time for that. No, I like consistency. I can't be dealing with no bullshit. Okay.
You're too old. You're too old to play the game now.
Hey, but some get worse the older they get.
Some get worse with the age. You're right. You're so right. They just be like, oh, I'm free and flying. Let me just run free. No.
But then a lot of times that's the people that we as people flock to. You know what I mean? Like the person gives you the headache as opposed to the person that is your peace. For whatever reason that may be, the headache, you might be like, well, damn, why you always want to figure out why this is that or the other. So my thing is stop making space for them people and give that time and that energy and that space to the person who's gonna be there for you, as opposed to the person that's wasting your damn time.
Because you may possibly make what's great for you pass you by running after Whole Food.
Amen, sister.
Just take it from me, y'all. I'm trying to tell you the life we live.
I'm trying to tell you, amen, honey. Look, I agree with that wholeheartedly.
Hey, Michelle.
Don't let nobody waste your time. Hey, Michelle. She said, run if they're inconsistent in the beginning. That's what I said, Michelle, for real, because that's who they are.
You have to, because the inconsistency is going to tell you who they are. It really does. It speaks volumes in the beginning.
Okay, click that off.
You don't want to talk about the Lord?
I talk about the Lord all the time. This is not that type of show today. Okay.
I
love the Lord, y'all. Don't be in my inbox talking about she don't believe in Jesus, she don't believe in God. No, I believe in God, but that ain't the topic right now. Okay.
You're a whole fool. Whole fool.
Yeah. So let me see. So what have you done when you've dealt with somebody that was or is inconsistent?
I just stopped. Now in my age, I don't have time for inconsistency. So when I see somebody falls off, after a couple of times I call and I try and I make effort and I don't see no give back, honey, I just fall back. I mean, I think that's easier than my head hurting hell.
Hey, Donna. Donna said, hell no, stay consistent or move the hell on.
You know what I mean? It's very simple.
Look, Donna don't be playing. She don't be playing.
Okay.
Orlando said, don't want them to change, but you don't know a person's traits in the beginning. I had a person tell me she loves me way too soon. I said she can't because you don't know me. Say it after I piss you off and see if you feel the same then. Now see, Orlando, I'm with you on that. I got a problem with a person who do that, because to me, that's showing crazy signs ahead of time.
Now, some people, I'm gonna disagree on that, because some people say it and they mean it. Like you take my little sister. Her husband told her very early, like probably too early, and then they got married and they have a great marriage. And I'm not saying it's like that all the time, but some people maybe they think they love you right away.
Well, do you believe in love at first sight?
I do. I think you can love somebody and not even know why you love them. It's just something. It's like that twin flame that Kiddo talked about. I think you can love someone and not even understand why you love them. And I don't think you're supposed to know. I think in time, everything falls the way it's supposed to fall.
Well, I said it's meant to be, it'll be, but I ain't made nobody no damn 30 days.
But that don't mean run the line. I mean, all of matter of fact, my brother did the same thing. He married his person. Yeah. I mean, I think it happens.
Yeah, I didn't say. I mean, it can happen. It's just, I guess it depends on the people. You know what I'm saying? Like what your expectations are and what you want out of it.
Roger said, "God damn it, call me." See, I believe that, Roger. All that texting, I can't do all that texting, honey. I can't be saying texting and straining my eyes all night long trying to read somebody's small writing.
Look,
I
already
think a
can't
person
believe
that I think a person that texts a lot be lying. They be lying. They be lying.
because it's easier to put a lie in a text than to say it to somebody.
Yeah, because it's like,
You know what
God
I'm saying?
damn, pick up the phone. I can't do all that text, honey. Mm-mm. You gotta
Mm-mm.
text me. Don't bother, miss me. Just miss my whole view.
Right, Manissa, ain't nobody got time for that. I totally agree. Exactly. No, I can't do it. And I'm not gonna play that game with you. Roger said he loves you, Sykes.
Yes, yes, I felt the vibe when I met you, Roger. I know you do.
Uh,
I
but
believe
yeah,
you, baby. I believe you.
no, but back to what I was saying, talking about what Orlando said, I really got a problem when people tell you that too soon. Like, you don't know me. You might just saw me and know my name and just be like, I think, no, you don't know me. You don't know, because you got to know somebody's ways. And then, because you know how me and you are. Somebody could say the least little thing and it just turned me completely and totally off. Period.
Now, let me clarify something though, but it doesn't mean just because someone don't call you all the time that they're up to something. I'm not saying you got to be calling
No.
somebody all day, but what I'm
Mhm.
saying is, if you start a situation that way, you need to stay consistent to that way. If you are a texting type person, a lot of people cheat through texting because they can't do anything else but text you because of who might be sitting nearby, who might be in their space. I have a problem. That's where my problem, because that means you cannot communicate with me and we cannot have a relationship through a text message. It doesn't work.
Right. And then, and like you say, life happens, people get busy and they may not be able to text you right then, but it only take a split second to call somebody or send a text. So like, I'm busy, let me get back to you, or whatever the case may be.
Right.
When you go on days and days and days and then nobody hears from you and then all of a sudden you pop back up, you want to call and text and all this shit. No. David said, I get pissed when I text or call and no response. I know something ain't right. Don't have time for games. I mean,
I agree.
and like she just said, every time is not somebody cheating or doing something deep, you know what I'm saying, or doing something wrong. Sometimes you can just get caught up or you can just be busy, and that's just it. It ain't nothing else to it. But if you a person
You
and
ain't
you
busy
always
every day, though.
hey Jack,
You ain't busy every day. Hey Jackie. Yeah,
yeah,
you're not
but
busy every day.
right, but if you always call back, you always text back, and all of a sudden all this shit just changed abruptly, and then too, when you do talk to them and then their tone changes and so then you really know some shit in the game then.
Yeah, when the tone is like totally far-fetched and you can't figure out why they talking to you like you a business partner.
Right. Tiffany said, when I call, if you don't answer, it don't sit well with me. So Tiffany, he got to pick up the phone every time you call or text every time you hit him up. Tiffany said she ain't playing.
No, you think about it. A lot of people will start off. I think relationships now function through a text message. People break up with you in marriages and break up in all kinds of ways through a text message.
Yeah, that's true.
I think that's childish. When you're a certain age and you're in a certain age group, you need to fall off some childish type stuff. You can't just be running all over the place like you're losing your whole mind, honey.
Be an adult and talk, communicate. I'm a talker, you a talker. So I like to talk. So we're going to talk about this shit, get it out on the table and let it fall where it may be. We're going to talk about this because I ain't going to be texting you. You ain't going to be texting me to death.
Right.
And now let's talk about it, get it over with, and then just be done with it or whatever you decide to do with it. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just always it's like texting and then you got to wait for the text. You got no, we talking. We can get out.
Either I didn't see it, I didn't get it, I didn't open it, I didn't look at it. It's all kinds of naggles.
Who got time for that?
Roger said, I purposely piss everyone off to see what they're made of. Roger, you seem like you would do some craziness like that.
Yeah, Roger pissed some people off on his status earlier. They still mad.
Like, you probably make people mad every day.
Yeah, that's exactly right, David. That's what you got to do. Just put your cards on the table. Just be 100 with somebody. You don't have to be lying and playing all these games. Nobody ain't got time for that. Especially when you're a certain age, you would think that it would stop, but it doesn't. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. It's just all in what you decide to put up with. You know what I'm saying? If you keep accepting stuff like that and that type of behavior from somebody, they're going to keep on doing it. People do to you what you allow them to do to you. If you nip that shit in the bud, that's my favorite thing, nip it in the bud. So if you nip it in the bud from the beginning, you either cut it off, they're going to do better, or you're going to cut it off and keep it moving. No love lost. Phone going about your day. Let me see. Let me see. Yeah, and so, and then, back to what somebody had said earlier, people can be consistent in the beginning, but you can turn them off to where they don't want to be consistent anymore by the stuff that you do that turns them off. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it could be anything. Like, maybe they trying to help you, be consistent, helping you do something to make you be better, but you're not doing anything to reciprocate that or show them that you're trying to, you appreciate what they're doing and trying to be better. Can I get your attention, ma'am?
Uh-huh. I
Okay.
hear you.
So, but I was saying that, some people stop being consistent because of what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could do something to turn, say, like, if he come in the house and like buy you little shit to put in your house to make your house look better without telling you, but suddenly being subtle about it and saying like, well, maybe if you do this, it'll look better, but you're not doing anything to make your own shit look better or do better. And he'd be like, well, what I'm doing this for, if they, act like they don't appreciate what I'm doing. So what I'm gonna keep doing that for?
Yeah, I
You know
mean,
what I'm
that can make people fall back if you're doing
That's
stuff
what I'm
like that.
saying.
I'm
People stop
talking
being
more
consistent
about
for different reasons.
inconsistency in people, period. Like, not in like buying somebody something, or, in the early stages or in the mid stages, shit just starts going south and to the left and to the right, and you're trying to figure out what ain't and what is, and you don't really know. I think that's when you start looking at signs and seeing stuff and going, yeah, no.
Yeah, the signs are always there. People just refuse to see them.
And they say that a lot. They say you see all these stop signs and you keep telling yourself that, no, he's a good brother. And in your mind, you already know you done seen 100 flags going at 90. And
you know this all too well.
I'm making that to me, but
you know
there's a lot of
this.
people in the world.
Let's see. Tiffany said 100%. People have their phones on them all the time. Quick text to say you busy is enough for me because I'm going to go off. Laugh out loud.
Okay.
But no, that's what I'm saying. But people make time for what they want to make time for. Hey, Johnny, people make time for what they want to make time for. So,
Johnny.
If you're important to that person, they're gonna make sure that they do something to let you know. Look, I'm doing
you're gonna know when you're important to someone because they're gonna make time, honey. I don't want to hear, oh, I ain't got time, I'm busy, I'm doing this. No, you're gonna make time to let somebody know that you want to kick it, or you trying to get with them, or whatever it is you're trying to do. They're gonna know.
Just be considerate. You know what I'm saying?
He's right. Jamie said one lie leads to many lies. So true.
You better know it. Who got time to lie? Because you got to remember what you said.
You got to remember 100 of them daily.
Merc. Okay, now. Anyway, so, yep, that's right, Orlando. See, we agree on that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because, people, shit. Because I know I don't like, me personally, I can't stand ungrateful people. It just gets under my skin. Ungrateful and unappreciative people, because nobody has to do anything for you. Hey, Orlando.
Orlando, some of you women are crazy, making dreams and intuitions that aren't real. Now,
that's because you did it. It wasn't no dream, Orlando. She saw you doing it, and you tried to make her think it was a dream.
If a woman's intuition is never wrong, trust me.
It is not.
When they feeling it, they already know it's wrong. Trust me.
Yep, they don't lie to you. I'm telling you. Tiffany said, I pay attention when I'm with people and how much they check their phone, so ain't no letting up. Okay.
Right.
Shelly hates when they put their phone face down.
That makes me. I'll probably walk off from somebody doing shit like that. I ain't lying. Because I figure like this: if you're grown, I don't give a hell if you got Lisa Bonet calling your ass. You can answer your damn phone. Don't be talking about I gotta have it turned upside down because I don't want the light flashing. I'm trying to stay focused. Hell to the no.
Or you just damn nosy.
No, I just think when you been down that road, you already know.
You know the sign. Yeah, you know
already know what it is. You be like, oh, see, some shit right there ain't right.
Yeah, honey. Hmm.
But the
Child.
games we play, I think now just being adults and just you just gotta come, you just gotta tell people what it is and what it ain't. And either they gonna believe you or they not. I mean, that's
Yep.
really at the end of the day, it takes a lot to cover the lie, the first lie, the second lie, the third lie, and you're trying to tell all these lies and you're trying to remember all the ones you done told. And somewhere in there they're gonna cross, they're gonna start bumping. And some stuff's
Oh,
gonna
they
be
said
along.
the devil is a lie.
Oh man, what you
Johnny, it's Shelly Live and V Lovebird. Where are you trying to find it at? It's still Shelly Live and V Lovebird if you're trying to find the fan page. Tiffany said, I disagree with him because I do have spiritual gifts, so I'm gonna know. Most women do, Tiffany.
Most women know, Tiffany. We be knowing, honey. We ain't stupid. We be like, okay, I done been down this road. I done seen this sign before.
Orlando said, don't worry, Shell. Ain't nobody listening. You know I make time for you, right?
Yes, my darling. Yes, you do.
He makes time for you, Shelly.
Yes, he does. He does. He does.
Uh-huh.
You know, especially it's so much corruption and confusion, honey. Sometimes you're better off just being single. I mean, it's simple, it's easy, but even if you're single, you don't have to lie if you're single. You know what I mean? Like, you shouldn't have to lie.
But they do. People just lie to be lying.
I think sometimes people just lie to make themselves look better. I don't even know what it means. I'll be like, tell the truth.
Oh, they answer, they make a straight jacket for that exact reason. Look,
you know, people think I'm crazy. I don't have no codes. I don't have no codes on nothing I have, honey. If you pick it up, you're gonna find it. If you open it, you're gonna see it. I don't have time. I just don't have time for that craziness. I'm not gonna be hiding and locking and trying to remember all these goddamn passwords. No, because it ain't that serious. It ain't never gonna be that serious. You see a text, you open it, you saw it. That's what you want to see. Hell, don't look.
Right, that part. Mm-hmm.
You know, don't look. It's like leaving your diary on the bed and somebody just reading it. I mean, some things you just be like, okay, do I really want to know, or do I really not want to know?
If they look, listen. If you looking and you find something, that's your own fault because you shouldn't have been looking. Because if you see, you will find
all the crazy in the beginning. I want you to see everything coming, honey. Because when I pop out, you're gonna be like, Lord, she didn't lie. You already know. I love men.
If you think you're gonna find,
I like to do what I do. I love talking. I mean, these are things I'm not gonna change. I mean, even if I'm, you're just gonna have to know that I'm a faithful woman when I'm in a relationship.
He's out of just kidding.
When I'm in a relationship, of course.
Yeah, she is. Yeah. But you know,
that one, you know.
Yeah, listen. If you don't want to go, if you go looking for something, you find something, you can only be mad at yourself. That's right, Sam. Hey, Sam, how you doing? He said, "Seeking, you shall find."
Okay.
That's what he said.
I'm trying to tell you, you seek, look long enough, you're gonna find a couple of things you probably don't want to look at. We get our inbox did enough. If someone's looking through my phone, they're gonna see 2,000 dinglings. I ain't lying. They come from everywhere. I get them daily. I don't even know who's who's. It's just coming randomly through the text.
You mean they got no face?
I mean,
you mean they got no face on them?
I mean, they ain't got no faces. I just dick pics. I just be like, good Lord, let me.
Girl, I read that one that the lady inboxed us. I was like, oh my God. The one on YouTube.
And it's not because, let me just clarify, I just said that out loud. It's not that I'm asking for this picture. Men just like to send their dinglings. If I ask you for it, probably because I want to see it. But if I ain't asking you, don't send me that crap in my inbox. I see so many sizes, I'm confused.
Olanza, you pay for it. Look all day. I pay for my phone. Mind your damn business. Yep.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Then you know, you get mad about what you found in somebody else's phone, but you went looking in the phone. You know what I'm saying?
And opening boxes. Let me look to see who she called last and how long she talked to this person on the phone. Girl, everybody got time for that. Miss me with all that. I'm too old for that shit.
Sam says the pimp. Who the pimp, Sam?
Who's the pimp? V Lovebird.
No, not me.
I heard from the pros, honey. She's older than me.
No, not me.
All I hear her saying is, girl, you done seen the sign. You done seen. I pull out my damn phone. I'm like, okay.
That's how I saw the signs.
Yeah,
Yup.
she
You
like,
better
I,
pay
I,
attention.
he crazy. Everybody crazy. That Vaughn tell it.
No, I just know it when I see it. I'm a good people reader.
Oh, she's
Okay.
right.
I'm a good people reader, y'all.
Mhm.
Tiffany said, I better not find nothing because if I do, ain't no telling what I'm gonna do. So if you cheat, better cheat well because I'm not hiding nothing. That's my
No,
thing. I can't be running around hiding shit. If I'm
you
gonna
think
do
about it.
something, I'm gonna do it. I ain't hiding it. You know what I'm saying? I just why? For what?
You
Hide it
going
for
out.
what?
You think about you going out. You gotta hide where you're going to meet me over here in this corner.
Yeah.
Over
And I
here
don't want no
waiting.
damn body hiding me. So what I'm trying to hide somebody for? No, I ain't doing that.
No.
Either you with
That's
it or you ain't. Sam said, I didn't know guys still do that, just random pics. Yeah, they do.
oh my God.
They
Okay.
do.
You don't even understand. Let
It's
me let you.
ridiculous. Sam's okay, Miss Faithful.
Yo, that one. Yeah, but I mean, if I'm committed, I'm committed. I'm 100 when I'm committed, but when I ain't committed, honey, I might be a whole hot mess. Ain't no telling
Yeah.
what I might be out here doing in
Was
these
she
streets.
wild and free as a bird? Y'all, Lord Jesus.
Now, wild and free don't mean fucking. It just means wild and free. Let me just
Wild and
clear.
free. Just a free
I
spirit.
just don't.
You know
I
what I'm
figure
saying?
if I'm
A free
not with nobody,
spirit.
I ain't got to be running around here acting like I am. Hell, damn, you wrote a
Um,
Bible. Okay, we taking you down. We don't even know what you wrote.
I think that was a legitimate one. I don't know. You just gotta click them out. Let me see.
I don't know. That's so
Oh
long, Greg. The whole screen. You had to read that from the side.
God. Oh God. I was about to read it. You clicked it out so
Girl, it's
fast I
so
barely
big.
saw it.
Okay, I'm gonna put it back up. It's so much. It's gonna
I
take
mean,
up
I
the
can tell. Wait
whole.
a minute. Okay. All right. You can click it off.
I don't know. He said something about I can't get it off now. Look, see, I done touched the wrong
Yeah.
button.
Girl, he on
I don't.
some crazy stuff. Oh
Merc,
no. No, 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 no.
look, see, now it's stuck. I can't tell you. I should have cut it on it. Okay, I got it. I think it's coming off now.
Hi, Brianna. Oh, that's it. Okay. Don't
I
let you
can't.
check your inbox. I'm just joking.
No, Orlando, no, please don't do it. I
Oh
ain't even gonna bring
God,
you out. I promise you, I'm like looking the other way, turning the other cheek.
girl.
I don't know what that's supposed to do. Is that what you selling me? I mean, I can't wrap my head around them.
I mean, what is the point in that?
It's
Like,
different if I like you. You know what I mean? But if I don't even like you or don't even know you and you send me that, it's like, why? It's like, why would you send me
right,
that? I'd be so
right.
insulted. I'm like, ugh.
Yeah, don't send me that. Don't send me that. But yeah, but hmm. So, so men, what do y'all do when y'all deal with a woman and she's showing you all this stuff and then she becomes inconsistent with y'all?
That means she's sleeping with the other man. I can tell you how that goes now.
No, I mean, I'm saying, no, that's why I said earlier, a lot of times when a woman stop being consistent with shit she doing is because of something, his actions
Yeah,
or
a
her
woman will stop being
reaction.
consistent when she sees stuff is going on with the guy. They
Right,
follow the lead of the guy. So if the guy is being inconsistent, the woman is going to end up falling back at some point because she gonna
yeah,
if it's a woman with a brain, she gonna be like, okay, I ain't got time for this craziness. This is crazy.
that's what I was
You,
saying.
you
Yeah,
go,
that's
oh
what I
my
said
God,
earlier.
this is purpose. I mean, you ain't this girl. I might got time to be chasing nobody. This is 2020.
For what? No.
Especially when
Ain't
you
nobody gonna do that.
go to the table. What? God, the devil is a lie. Devil is a lie. It gotta be a lie.
Ain't nobody got time for that, honey. Karan said nobody will ever cheat on you, Shelley.
Well,
I don't care how fine a woman is, a man go cheat. I
gonna
don't
be a
care.
man, baby.
He go
They gonna,
cheat.
they gonna be a man. And it depends. I could be honest. In like my first marriage, I probably pushed my first husband clean out the door because I was so bad that it was just unreal. Like I was doing all kinds of stuff in the beginning. But
But you was young too.
I was young. I got married on a fly. Man, I told him to go out there and find a whole woman. I actually told him that, like, go get somebody because I'm in my career. I'm doing me, at some point we crossed paths and he did just that. And then, then I liked him a little bit, then I thought I liked him. And then we got to it, and then it was already a mess. So it was like, and we were both young. So yeah, I'll take the chuckle of that one.
You see what your friend said? He said, can he send you a tongue pic then?
Please, Orlando. Anything different but a dingling. In a minute. Just stick it out. Let's do that. But if I get one more dingling picture, I'm a faint.
That is not the move.
Look at him, nobody.
Yeah, that ain't the move. Karan said, what do women really want? It depends on the woman. Every woman wants something different. But every woman wants a man that's going to be consistent, tell the truth at least some damn times, and just be there when she needs them to be there. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. That trust factor is always the biggest issue with anybody in any relationship. Right. Always. So, we want what we want. Most of us can't get. Hey, cousin, how you doing? But yeah. Tiffany said he nasty.
Hey, Gigi.
Tiffany said Orlando nasty.
Orlando nasty, y'all. He nasty.
He said request remove the bra size. Oh, what?
Okay. All right, darling.
Please. Oh, God.
Bra size? Like, I don't know.
That's all I know, but it's some shit out here. I'm trying to tell you.
A lot of little crazy nutsoles running around here, huh? You don't know what the hell they want.
It is. So everybody wants something different, but then a lot of people want the same things. They want some trust, some love, some honesty, some good sex, some all kinds of stuff.
You think about
you don't get it out. You're gonna be lacking somewhere.
But you got to think about what the person's wanting. If you're having a conversation with a guy, and you say, "Hey, I'm looking for a husband. I'm looking for a marriage commitment, somebody God-fearing," and you put all that on the table. Now, let me tell you about these God-fearing brothers, honey. They'll be God-fearing for about 2 minutes. In about 1 second, God done went out the door. You can tell that in the first 10 minutes of talking to them. By their language, how much they cuss, how much they say, how much they ask you to do. You be like, wait a minute. I'm a little confused here. So some of y'all little brothers need to stop throwing God out here in the equation like y'all holy and you really, really ain't representing. It's not cool. It's not cute.
Listen. People say, oh, go to church. I'm going to go on and say some of the biggest devils is in the church. So people always holler, let me go to church and find this and find that. You go right ahead if you want to.
The same thing out there in church. Out here in church, honey. They be the
words. They be the words.
Everybody saved. Ain't
they be the words. No, I'm good.
If you gonna be God-fearing, walk that walk and talk that talk.
Right. Don't be playing.
You in something and you want a covenant and you want your foundation to be right, you set that precedent and that tone from day one. You ain't coming back all wobbly and all over the place. So we reading your signs. If your signs is telling me, no, you ain't that brother, I know you ain't that brother because your flow is already crazy anyway. I think that's how people get confused.
I mean, if you listen, if you be quiet and you just listen, a person will tell you everything you need to know within the first few minutes of you talking to them. You just got to be quiet. You got to listen because whatever they are, it's going to come out in what they're saying. Even if they lie and all this kind of shit, it's going to come out. Tiffany said, where do these people come from? I don't know.
Mars.
I have no idea. But yeah, but you'll see it. I heard he just come in and said it. I'm reading y'all. That's white talking. Hold on, what's saying this?
No, it's a long one. Merc writes long things.
Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, so it just depends because people just full of shit. Everybody born into sin. That's right. He said he'll born again sinner. A born again sinner.
We know people gonna tell lies. They're gonna fall short. You gonna mess up with a human.
Nobody's perfect.
Nobody's gonna be consistently just screwing up constantly. It's like after a while, you'd be like, what are you doing? Like, what's really going on here? But don't come at
Right.
me God-fearing if you ain't God-fearing, because I think that's a bunch of bogusness.
Don't be playing with God. And don't
You
be using scripture to try to accommodate what your lifestyle got going on at that moment. Because you know, people quick to put Bible verses on what they got going on for that moment, but don't live nothing else about it. Don't come to me with none of that. Ain't nobody got time for that. If you're gonna live it, live it. If you're gonna walk it, walk it, talk it, talk it. Ain't nobody got time for no fakery and no fuckery. You understand what I'm saying? Because what's gonna happen is all that stuff is gonna come out. You're gonna reveal who you are, and them usually be the biggest devils that want to start quoting all this scripture to you know, to accommodate whatever lifestyle they're trying to live at that time. Don't do that.
And then and you know, eventually somebody's going to get hurt. And if
Yeah.
you with someone already, love them. I mean, it's so simple. I mean, most of the time people out here texting and all kinds of stuff because they're bored.
Sam said Merc trying to save a soul. It sound like
Now I'm trying to tell you, honey, he gonna report the whole Facebook page in a minute. Everybody going in there and tell the story.
honey, listen. So yeah, but you know,
Karan said, I hope it's not that cut and dry. Karan, it is that cut and dry.
it is. I mean, and it should be. Nobody. What you gonna cut corners for? You an adult. You grown. Say what you mean.
Like, you know your situation better than anybody know it.
So, that's
So
right, Tiffany.
you limit it.
Tiffany said everybody falls short from his glory. I love God, but I'm not perfect. Far from it. That's all of us.
Exactly.
And the ones who say they are, think of, you already know they full of shit. So no.
Yeah, when they coming at you crazy and you sitting there like, what in the world? You done told me you was holy and reborn, and now I see a whole nother person done jumped out, and the Holy Ghost done left the building.
You know, the thing that I have with that too, we're getting off topic, but the what I don't like about that, I hate when people get into their, you know, religion. I'm not religious, I'm spiritual, first and foremost. So what I can't stand is when a person, when they get saved, they ain't done nothing. They just been perfect all their lives. They ain't done nothing. Everybody had to go through something to get to that step and that process in their life. So don't be sitting there acting like you holier than thou just because you found the Lord and you found God and all this stuff. Because you know, the biggest sinners have the best testimonies. And the ones who don't hide behind that and they admit to the things and the flaws that they've encountered in their life. I can sit and I'll talk to them people all day, but don't come to me with no fake stuff. Talk about you ain't done this and you ain't done that, but everybody know what you've been and what you've done. So don't come to me acting like you so damn perfect and all this kind of stuff. And everybody else, you want to judge everybody else. I don't like that.
Else's situation.
Right.
Karan said, how should a dude step to you, V?
Don't.
She said she don't want nobody stepping on her.
Janice said men like gays. I just like real people, period. I just like real people.
Yeah, I can deal with somebody telling me I'm a little fucked up. I done robbed a couple of banks. A couple of people. But when I meet somebody and I find that they whole life after the fact, I'm probably gonna be a little upset. So I'm like, damn, now I'm with you. Look, now I'm with you. I don't even know who you are. I
can't stand a person that volunteer lies. Like, why are you doing it? If I don't know you and you come to me and as soon as we meet, you just start telling lies. Why? I don't know nothing about you. So what you lying for? Tony said, hi, sweetheart, just be yourself. If it works, fine. If not, keep it moving. That's right. Exactly. That's what I said, Tony.
That's so true. You put your show on first, honey. I'm the craziest person you can meet in person. They'll be like, something ain't right with that girl. And I want you to know something ain't right with me.
You know this. What you see is what you get with me. I'm me 365 days a year. I just me. That's all I know how to be. I don't try to be nobody else.
G want somebody to kiss him on his lips, honey. I don't know who, but okay, baby. Bring it back. Bring it back. Bring it back. That's what Sam said.
Bring it back. Bring it back. Bring it back. Bring it all back.
You see her acting a fool.
Yeah, but you gotta have fun.
You gotta have fun. You gotta make relationships fun. I think how you meet somebody is how you should kind of, still take. Sometimes when you get into the relationship all the way, you start remembering the things that was beautiful that made you be together in the first place. And I think that's what happens to a lot of people. You stop being in the relationship. You know what I mean? It's like it becomes a job. Like every day, it's the regular routine of I call you, you call me, you do this. No, you gotta be edgy. You gotta be right there on the edge sometimes. So they look at they be like, I don't even know what that fool finna do. She finna do something foolish, crazy. You know, walk into a bar where your man is and act like you don't even know who he is and kiss him on his back and make somebody think you crazy as hell. You gotta do some stuff that just kind of keep the adrenaline flowing.
People become too complacent and too predictable. And then that's when you start getting bored. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta keep things exciting, keep things spicy, and turn it up a notch or 2 or 3 or 4. You know what I'm saying? You gotta
stay on the 4. Stay on the 4. I like the 4.
Sam, shut up. He talking about Karan.
Take care of you dealing with a tired pimp. Stop putting on Sam.
You're crazy, but yeah,
well, you just don't step to her. She don't want nobody stepping to her.
I'm good. But yeah, back to what I was saying. You just threw my train of thought. Yeah, what was I saying?
You said that Arrow Pakistani and feeling some type of way. Tiffany, stop!
Tiffany, you crazy.
Try not to call the polo man out, girl. He hormonal all the time.
Girl, he said he need to know some bra sizes.
He needs a bra size. He want to kiss him on his lips, honey. I'm like, okay.
Hi, Nicola. Nicola said, I like to know how to deal with men who brag that they are packing but turn out to really have a vagina sausage.
Girl, tell them put it back in
when you do, and that comes to that, let them know.
Let them know.
Like, what you gonna do with that?
Let them know this ain't where it's happening. We not
trying
to. We ain't trying to figure out if it work. I had somebody inbox us earlier, and her story was hilarious. But she was saying that, oh my God, this girl had me dying. The guy actually took his penis and blew it up bigger in the picture, and it was actually really small. And she was so mad. So if you know you got a brother and his penis is little, let him know that it's not gonna work. Don't just sit there and string the little fellow along with his small little dingling.
No,
we already know you hold it at an angle to show it. See, with a woman, we can't do that. It just is what it is. What you're gonna see. You can't make it bigger or wide or small. As if it's fat, it's fat. Tiny is tiny. Guys can just put it to the camera and be like, "Here it is."
A magnifying glass.
Magnify it to a big size, and when you get it, you be like, "Huh? Was that the same thing I saw? Did you send it to me?"
He was bold. That's all I can say. Sam said he's a live wire. He keep his lady laughing. I can imagine that happening. I like to have fun. I like to laugh.
You gotta have fun. Some people don't laugh at all. You got some people so serious all the time, make your head hurt. You be like, look, I ain't the girl you want to be because, honey, I
always try to stick up their ass. Can you pull that stick out? What stick the one you got in your ass? Take it out.
I know, like, damn, laugh, nigga, laugh. It ain't that serious. Like, we ain't fall out sometime. It ain't all about business.
He said, nigga, you gonna die if you laugh. What's wrong?
It's a time and a place for everything.
Right.
Out in a nice setting, you ain't gonna be cutting a fool, but goddamn.
Tiffany said we got everybody online today. Holy freaks, sinners, drunks. It's a party. We said, look, Jesus hung out with everybody. I guess that's what we do today.
You're a whole fool. Girl, we got Pakistani in over here. We got girl, they praying.
That's what I told her. That's what I told Nicole, to put him on blast. Don't be doing that.
Okay,
get somebody for nothing.
Tell him. She said, you know how small a Vahina sausage is? But my first baby was born on a Vahina sausage, honey. It was probably smaller than the Vahina. I ain't lying.
One day he's going to be watching and say, what did you say?
It was nothing but, it was a doorbell. It was a little doorbell. Ding dong. That was it.
Oh, God. Oh, Lassie, that's me. I'm so serious. Oh, my God. Okay, with y'all today. Oh,
y'all clowning on this poor little live right here, y'all. But I'm trying to tell you, you better be careful what y'all here asking for. If you got a person, he inconsistent, leave his ass alone. There's a reason why if he texts you all the time, leave him alone. These are all the signs that something ain't right in the making.
Most of the time.
He gonna be texting you all your relationship. You gonna be at work, you still texting.
But then too, when they see it and a person don't call you back or don't text you back, don't be calling and texting that person back, because guess what? They just not interested. Go on
True.
about your business and keep it moving. You think, well, maybe he doing this or she doing that. No, they're not interested. So keep it moving. Go ahead on about your business and move on to the next or whatever you're gonna do.
On to the other one. Yeah, she is, y'all. She's like, on to another one. She ain't even trying to give you no play. She's like, bounce,
For
bounce.
what? I mean, that's wasting your time. Like, no.
It really is like this, y'all. When I tell you, she tell me this all the time. She be like, no, absolutely not. I be like, really? She be like, no. So she ain't even lying. This is her 100%. I be like, giving people at the end of the day. I be like, well, maybe. She be like, no.
No.
I be like, cut my hair because I do think people have lives sometimes. I'm probably gonna stretch it just a little bit, but then after a while, I'll be like,
no. I don't have that kind of time to be wasting on nobody playing with people. I just ain't gonna do it. Mm-mm.
But I do hate texting.
Hey, girl.
If you text me, I probably ain't gonna answer you too much longer after a while.
Yeah, because just you think if you meet a person, right, and they might text you out of the blue and say, want to hook up with you or whatever, and then you don't hear nothing else from them. Then they'll do it again, like a week later, days later, whatever the case may be. You don't hear from them again. If they do it twice, cut that shit off. Take their number out the phone and go back to the
Oh my God. She is so serious about that. She be like, girl, you crazy? Put that phone down. Like, she But no,
Sam said, so would y'all date a man that tells you he's below average size?
Well.
Okay, we had this conversation the other day. This was one of the topics the other day, Sam, when it was does size matter? And I say it depends on the feeling and the connection that you have with a person and the chemistry you have with a person. Because some shit you can overlook. You know what I'm saying?
He can have a good tickle finger.
There you go. But no, it's just not. It ain't about that though. You know what I'm saying? Like, unless you just out for that.
Sometimes the chemistry is so thick that the little penis don't matter. That is true. Because I'm telling you, I had a brother. He was little, tiny, like a little sausage, like the girl said. But we had the best sex, honey, to the moon. That's probably the best sex I had in my whole life. But at the end of the day, he knew how to move his finger.
He knew how to do what?
He knew how to move his little finger, his little tickle finger. But it ain't all about how big it is. No, some people don't want somebody tearing out their whole inside. I keep trying to tell y'all that it ain't about how gigantic you are and if you can ram a whole mountain in me. No.
I mean, that's just right. But that's just the thing, though. Just because something bigger don't make it better. I say that all the time. It could be terrible.
You better get a pump or get a pump. You can pump
it up
and pump it up. But it's not all about that, y'all. We try to stuff that you go through, stuff that we see, and I listen to a lot of these shows on Facebook. A lot of these people giving advice about relationships and stuff, and you see their relationship is pretty raggedy. But if you're dealing with somebody who has no relationship at all and they can't really give you advice, you probably don't want to take it. You want to deal with somebody who done been on the block, who know a couple of things, who probably to a person about marriage and ain't never been married. They shouldn't be giving you no goddamn advice. I can tell you.
And don't be taking advice from your single friends.
And your single friend gonna try to keep you single. So
don't be taking advice from your single friends. Why you can need relationship advice when you don't have nobody yourself? No.
But as you know, you in your spirit, when some shit ain't sitting right with a brother you either like or you don't like. You already know it might be something off, might be something a little weird. You telling yourself, I don't know, and then you try to question yourself. You got to stop questioning yourself just say this shit ain't normal.
Go by your intuition. When you feel it, believe it.
Cause that gut don't tell you.
What's lies, Sam?
What's lies, Sam? Here you go.
What we just said is not a lie. It's the truth.
Ain't a lie. It's the truth. Shame the devil.
Tell the truth, shame the devil. Hey, Vanessa. She said, Shelly, you crazy. Tickle? No way. Sorry.
Girl.
They say, sorry, can't do it.
Look, I like somebody to choke, but they can have a little ding-ling. Just be able to choke hard enough from the back. You can't have a little hand. You can't have like a midget hand. You gotta have a long hand. You gotta be able to grab it from the neck. Now, I can deal with not being able to pump it in there, but you gotta be able to grab it. If I'm solving that problem, then we're gonna have an issue with sex life.
You said your next man was gonna be a midget, a tall
midget with baby hands. I can't even talk to a guy if he got little hands.
Look, you gonna get you a tall midget.
A tall midget with tiny hands. And you gotta have some big old hands, huh? You gotta be able to go, ooh, you gotta be able to take me out of the It's a lot of ladies right here.
I can't with you. You so
I already
crazy.
know how this goes.
Oh God. Oh my goodness. Oh Lord, y'all. She
And I'm
crazy.
telling
Y'all.
you the truth. This is how I am. I will tell a person to take his penis out in front of me so I can see it on a
She
date.
will. She will.
Let me see what it look like. You got bumps,
She
pimples,
has.
is it nappy? Is it I want to see your feet. I'm gonna ask you. I just
She
be
said,
like,
I want to waste my time. Let me see it.
we just know because either I'm gonna be like,
Olay said, come to me. You so crazy. Oh God. I cannot with y'all today. Y'all have me cracking up.
What is Merck? Here go Merck, the Reverend. What is Merck saying? Is he taking us to hell this time? He write paragraphs. He typing this.
And
That's why I
hell
said
in
we
a
owe it to
handbasket.
so much.
Oh God. I cannot, y'all. I swear.
Alana, don't go sending me no dick pic after the show, okay? I'm seeing I have to delete them things when they come in. There be a lot of them. I spend a lot of time deleting.
Wait, I lost my volume.
I can hear you. Karan said, is romance dead, ladies? No, romance ain't dead. That's what we saying, Karan. People need to bring back that. You got to learn how. I think when they made, first they had beepers, you was beeping everybody. Then they had phones, and then the phones started making a mess. And then people started.
I can't hear you. What happened?
I don't know. Oh, I'm having technical difficulties, as y'all can see. Thank God it's towards the end of the show, right? We're about to be off anyway. She's looking like, I can't hear you. I can't hear you. You know she lives and loves this shit. I'm going to talk about it, y'all, since she can't hear. Look at it looking all serious. But no, okay. We can hear you. Karan, we're not saying that love is dead or, romancing somebody is not dead. None of that is not dead. It's just people don't know how to do it anymore. People have forgotten how to be romantic, how to actually caress and love individuals. I think what it is now, it's all about game. It's all about, trying to put your big more than what you are. I think that's the thing that plays a part in relationships. What I also think is that people should be really honest in the beginning. I think upfront, and this is how I really feel. If you come to me and you meet me and you say to me, hey, I like you, I'm feeling you, but I'm just about fucking. I'm gonna take you at face value. Now, when we start that way, what we're not gonna do is swap it up in the middle. You're not gonna be coming 5 months down the road and say, now I'm in love. Yeah, because now I'm gonna be like, okay, no, that's not how we ain't rolling like that. Now, if I tell you up front, I ain't feeling you, I'm probably not gonna feel you. I'm probably not gonna be liking you. I'm probably really serious. You see what I'm saying? There's no mixed nothing there because I've been told you. If I tell you I like you, I probably really do because I don't really tell a lot of people I like them. I really don't like anybody. I
mean, that's the thing. Make your intentions clear from the gate, from the beginning.
But I get turned off so easy. I try to get turned off like that.
Yeah. But so what if you the one, if it start out like that and then you catch feelings in the middle, then what?
No, I think I know the difference between fucking and liking.
No, I'm saying, I know that.
Like, I'm probably not going to get confused in those two. I mean, but I'm
saying, like, okay, say if y'all decided y'all just fucking. So then in the middle, y'all hanging out, just having fun, just kicking it, whatever. But then you start to develop feelings for that person, even though y'all just fucking. So what you gonna do then? Are you gonna cut it off because your emotions are now getting attached to this person, or you gonna keep on doing it?
You probably should cut it off and say,
I think you should.
Because if you don't, you're gonna get caught up in some mess. But thank God that hasn't happened. But I think if you let it keep continuing, it's going to happen. Especially if you're having fun, because some people have good ass chemistry together. Get out here and you be rolling and you be on a whole nother kick.
Having a great time, right?
And having a great time. And then you tend to go, damn, like I had so much fun with this dude. And then you're trying to find somebody to match that. But if somebody tell you from the beginning, and I ain't rocking with you like that, you can't expect texts and calls in the middle of the night and they calling you when they want to kick it, like pretty much to kick it.
When they want to fuck you.
But if you never had that conversation and you're like, someone's telling you, oh my God, I love you and I like you and I really am really feeling you, that's a whole nother topic. You see what I'm saying? And I think that's where the emotion gets crossed or confused, but then your actions don't show that you love or care. You see what I'm saying? There's a difference. You kind of can figure that out in the middle.
Yeah, well, I say just leave it like it is, with the way you say it in the beginning, and then therefore you ain't got to worry about none of that.
Right.
Because what's going to happen, I like like I just said, if you're kicking it with somebody, y'all just have a great time. The chemistry is great. Y'all just enjoy each other's company, but y'all still doing that. Somebody out of the two gonna start developing feelings eventually. What Orlando say? He did not send no dick pics, Jerry, no matter how much you ask.
Thank you.
How much you ask, he ain't gonna do it.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Do what Orlando does. Send me a tongue.
Look, Tiffany said, now they in love, right? You can't.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now they in love.
If you start doing that, eventually somebody gonna catch feelings. And then that's when you need to break that shit out, because it's going to start to become a problem, because somebody's going to start getting jealous. They're going to expect things out of you that you already told them that you, or they told you that they weren't willing to give. So you're going to have to let that shit lay where it is and just get over that person. Sam said, try a treasure hunt with love notes.
But you gotta do stuff like that. There's this guy that I know, his wife and him been married. They've been married for like 30-something years. He writes his wife a different note every day and stick it. Just a different note saying something. And that it just keeps their marriage like lit. Like just that little simple gesture.
That's why you gotta keep reinventing yourself.
You do.
Said, should people tell they fucking other people before sex? Yeah, and that's the time we live in. Yes, yeah. You need to let people know
real. And STDs are real too.
Yeah, you need to let people know that. Ain't nobody want no community dig. Okay, you heard me. Don't nobody want no community dig. And and vice versa. I think people should let people know if they sleeping around with other people, because it's just too much shit out here not to be doing that.
I mean, men, women alike. I mean, if you say
that's what I'm talking about, both
sexual, if you have some tendencies, or you gotta tell that shit up front.
Yeah, you need to let a person know that. Tiffany said they better like me back because I'm right. I'm right. Men always wrong. If you change feelings, they better move on to my level 2. Laugh out loud. But if they change in the middle, it don't work that way. Only when my feelings changes when things get changed. Wrong, but it's right.
Tiffany, that's
Tiffany, you a whole Tiffany said she want what she wanted, and if she ain't changing it, it ain't going. It ain't going down if you ain't changing it. Good night, Olan.
Much love, baby. Thanks for joining.
See you Wednesday.
We always go over this time, y'all, because we get to laughing and
you know what? I didn't even realize what time it was. So we just been talking. But
we're gonna read these last couple of ones, and we're gonna get on off of here because we be running all over our time.
I gotta eat. I haven't eaten all day. I gotta eat. So
I just got a headache. That's what I got.
Yeah, I got one too because I need to eat. Yeah, but so yeah, y'all. But anyway, if you're gonna be consistent, be consistent. If not, don't start anything that you're not going to continue to do.
Continue doing.
Bottom line. And the way you start out with a person, that's what a person is always going to expect, and vice versa. So don't be out here acting like you Mr. Wonderful, knowing that you're not. And then once you get her or you get him, you change the game up. It don't work like that. Show people who you are.
Show people who you are, and be consistent in that alone. I mean, that alone will save you a lot of trouble down the road. You don't have to be lying. You ain't got to be trying to tell nobody no extra.
Right.
It's just some simple type shit. It's called telling the truth. That's
simple. It. It's easier said than done, though. You tell the truth, and you ain't got to worry about what you said, because you're gonna remember what you said. The truth. You tell a lie, you're gonna have to remember what you said to who you said it to.
Somebody constantly telling you lying, that's because they probably lying.
Right. Exactly. Well, y'all, on that note, with that being said, we're going to have to tell y'all good night because we are over as usual. Tiffany said sex will have you in your feelings, thinking you in love because the grip good. Yes. Tiffany, Yes.
Caught up in the ding-a-ling, honey. You got to get caught up in the brain. The brain is what's gonna matter in the end, honey. Your ding-a-ling. If that give out, you gotta have got to be able to have conversation. You can't deal with no dude that can't talk. I mean,
You don't want
I'm
somebody
just telling you, you can't deal with no man that can have no conversation. The sex can be gone to the south.
Right.
They
That's
talk
true.
to you and
You have to
stimulate your mind through some kind of
mentally stimulate me. You know what I'm saying?
mentally
Like,
stimulate
yeah,
your mind. Like I have some brothers that can just say my name and I'd be like, woo, my whole head.
stimulate my brain. Just
You know,
stimulate my brain.
honey, I'd be more than ding-a-ling. I don't think I've ever been strung on nobody ding-a-ling.
Never.
Never. I don't think I've ever
Mhm.
been like, oh my God, his dick was so good. I was high. No. That's a no.
I want nothing to make me stupid.
Not so maybe you try to want to kill people. I'm gonna kill her. She taking
Right.
it too.
No, I don't want nothing to make me stupid. No, I'm good on that.
At my
But
age,
anyway, y'all, Shelly gonna keep on talking, and I gotta go eat.
no, I
'cause
gotta go eat. And I got a whole
So-
headache.
With that being said, we love you guys. We will see you again on Wednesday at 8 o'clock. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and follow us.
Y'all Facebook lovers, can you please go and subscribe to YouTube? You got to subscribe. You can't just go in there and just click a button. You got to go in and actually subscribe to the page.
To
It does-
YouTube, y'all. Shelly Live and We Love Bird. Yeah.
Live and be love bird. We out, y'all.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're now tuned into Naughty or Nice. Let's go.
Me don't want no fake love, me only want the real deal. Me don't want no fake love, me only want the real deal. Me don't want no fake love, me only want the real deal.
Shelly
Me don't want no
Live
fake love,
and
me only
V-Love
want the
Bird.
real deal.
Have you ever met a sister with her shit together? Maintaining, never complaining, trying to make shit better. She's got a real good life with the right frame of mind. She's the real deal, baby, and she know how to grind. On the job or in the bedroom, baby, the truth. And with her by your side, homeboy, you can't lose. Just slip on the dress and go to work like a pro. Then bring that ass home and drop it down to the floor. Educated, sophisticated, conversation so deep. She's a lady in that world, but a freak in the sheets. Educated, sophisticated, conversation so deep. She's the lady in that world, but a freak in the sheets.
Shelly Live and We Love Bird.
Shelly Live and V-Love Bird.
Shelly Live and We Love Bird.